Hey, buddy. It's good to have you here today. I'm Miss Stellamaritz, and I want to say welcome to class. Today's lesson will be on musical keys. Have you ever heard of these words before, musical keys? We're going to be finding out what it's all about. When we talk about musical keys, what do we really mean? How many are these keys, and how do they help us understand what we are to do? Let's look at the definition because that's going to help us buttress a point, what we really want. A key is a major or minor scale around which a piece of music revolves. He said a key is a major or a minor scale around which a piece of music revolves. Revolves is to move in a circle on a central axis, something that you treat as the most important. So the key of a music must be treated as the most important. Else you will not be able to do well in the song. A song in a major key is based on a major scale. What do we mean here? You can't afford to write a major key on a minor scale. Remember, we said a key is a major or minor scale around which a piece of music revolves. So you can write a major key on a minor scale or a minor key on a major scale. Every major key is written on where? A major scale. And every minor key is written on a minor what? Scale. That is why we can say that a musical key is defined as a song's home. Everything you and I have learned today started from our homes. That's why they will say charity begins at home. Every nurture, every character, every trait began from the home. We were trained before we came to school to learn, and we're also having our trainees here. So a song has its home. That's why we say a key is a song's home. If you're asked define a musical key, simply say a musical key is a song's home. Make sure you take note of that. In music theory, the key of a piece is the group of pitches or scales that forms the basis of a composition. There is no composer or a writer who wants to create a song and will not put the key into consideration. No wonder some people, they don't even know how to sing. Do you know why? Because they don't even know their key ranges. So when you know your key range, you'll be able to follow the song appropriately. Even myself as your music tutor, the first thing I should do if giving a song to present is to first of all look at the keys written on and see if I can go on that particular key. If I can't, I can transfer it to the key that I know I'm comfortable with. Then I will present the song. Because the key tells you the particular scale to sing or what play on. The key of a song is very important. Let's take a look at this example. We have two keys here. They are both written on a treble staff. They both have the treble clef. They have 4/4 timing, and they have both 5 lines and 4 spaces. The only difference here is one is on key G and the other is on key F. The one on key G has a sharp sign, but the one on key F has a flat sign. The sharp sign looks like a narrow note, and the flat sign looks like a little letter B. Now look at it. They are not even positioned on the same line. Both of them have one what? Key each. But the key of G is on the 5th line. And that 5th line is F. Remember, we have the lines as every good boy deserves favor. That's E, G, B, D, F. And if you look at the one on F, it is written on line 3. And line 3 is what? B, because line 1, every, line 2, good, line 3, boy. So take note that the key of G is written on the 5th line, and the 5th line is what? F. And why the key of F is written on the 3rd line, and the 3rd line is what? Key is what? Letter B. This is our key chart. It might look a little bit clumsy, but look at it. We have C at the middle, and it shares it to the right and to the left. But permit me to make use of this as an illustration chart. There are 15 major keys. I didn't say we have 15 keys, but the major keys used in music, they are what? 15, and they are key of C. We have the key of C, which is a natural key. If you look at both the flat and the sharp, They both have the keys of C, but one is C flat and one is C sharp. Let's look at the flat signs. We have the key of F, we have the key of B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. Then the keys of sharps, we have the key of G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, and C sharp. Now the sharps are broken into 7. The flats are broken into 7. Then we have the natural, which is the C. The C has 0 or no sharp or flats, meaning it doesn't have any accidental sign. But the key of flat, they are 7. Then the key of sharps, they are what? 7. Add 7 to 7 is 14, plus the key of C, making the 15 major keys that will make use of in music. There's something else I need you to take note of. You must know how many sharp signs that each key carries, or how many flat signs that each key carries. If you look at the key of D flat, it has 5 flat signs. Can you see that? But if you look at the key of A, it has how many? 3 sharps. So we must take note of this. G has one sharp, D has 2 sharps, A has 3 sharps, E has 4 sharps, and so on and so forth. F has 1 flat, B flat has 2 flats, E flat has 3 flats, C flat has 7 flats. You must learn this table so you get used to it. Musical keys are very vital to note, and these keys enables one to read and play music effectively. Without the keys, music becomes useless. They are very vital. Vital means what? Essential. It means what? Necessary. It means important. I think that's the best one to use. Musical keys are very important. Another word for vital is what? Important. You must note them. And these keys, they help us read and play music what? Effectively. Then starting up to play a song requires adequate mastering of the accidental signs and numbers of keys attached, which we just explained. How many keys are attached to a particular note. It requires adequate mastery. When you say requires, it needs for a particular purpose. When you say adequate, adequate means acceptable, satisfactory, as good as. Then when you say mastery, you're talking about that which indicates a deep understanding, something you get used to. Like I said, if they give me a song to sing or play on, the first thing I am to do is to learn it. I must master the lines and spaces. I must master the notes. I must master the key. Then at the end of the day, I'll be able to present it properly. In all, we shall be making use of just 2 keys in our lessons, which are C major and F major scales. When I say making use, we're going to be learning 2 keys or 2 scales this particular term. Remember I said C has no sharp or flat, and F has just a flat sign that is written on B. Here is where we'll be wrapping it up today. Kindly answer the questions below and go through your questions as well. You can ask me any question that you want to, but just kindly drop it in the question box. Don't forget this as a takeaway, that a musical key is defined as a song's what? Home. Then we said we have 15 major keys. We have 1 C natural that has no sharp or flat. Then we have 7 sharps and 7 flats. Remember, starting up to play a song requires adequate mastering, and also that a musical key is very vital to note. Till I come your way again next class.